General rank, hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor. Vocals spill over like the rolling hills of Dover or the Gulf War disaster for virgin after. Depends on your status or your stature, whether you benefit from the prior or the latter. Get the fatter check split, and how much for 100,000 tons of correct shit? Sell it, half price seafood, prices like a real nice. Who can knock the most birds out the sky and then spread a lie and say you know why? Bet, get the machine, blame it on the fireworks, clean up. Y'all know where to send the wire jerks. Black teeth still snack on sweets and get stacks with the.
Attempt the shot. If your player's ratings are high enough and you have an open lane, your player will attempt to dunk. For new gen players, this year you can force an aggressive dunk attempt by holding the pro stick down while driving and holding sprint. You'll see a new dunk meter on screen. Release the pro stick when the fill bar reaches the make window for the best chance at finishing off the dunk. For slashers, this is the best way to catch bodies and get those highlight reel contact dunks. Good luck, and thanks for joining me for another installment of Expert.
Let's meet your Detroit Pistons.
And let's...
Thank you, Kevin.
Good story, DA. Thanks. Now the starting group for the visitors. And for the Pistons, Bay and Grant are the forwards. Corey Joseph is out there with Cunningham. And it's Stewart in at the center position. And Greg, with over a decade you had in the NBA, is there an opening night that you remember most?
Man, that very first time putting on that Knicks jersey. The game was in Orlando. I played 28 minutes, which was a lot for a rookie back then, and I'll never forget that night.
Yep, that one goes.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
And it's Detroit's ball.
And going back to last season, they really struggled for wins. And even against a team like this with comparable talent, they didn't manage one win in the season series.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Here he goes. And he jams it with authority.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Pass to Bay. Now Grant. Back to Bay. Now the pass to Grant. Stewart trying to get open. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Good touch from Jeremy Grant, able to get himself inside and get the job done.
Vucevic trying to get open. Hits it from three-point range. He's got 7.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that. And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down.
For Detroit, they've gone. It's 104 to get this game started.
And you can see why Cunningham elicits comparisons to Luka Doncic. Can control the pace of the game, very high basketball IQ, and shows a maturity beyond his years.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
And an incredible double clutch dunk. Wow.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And also like Doncic, Cunningham can put the offense on his back and carry.
He could put up 50-plus numerous times in his career because he has deep range, he can break down defenders off the dribble, and if you run two at him, he will immediately find the open man.
Stolen. And here's the fast break. Fishes it down to finish the break.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
Now, here's Stewart. Joseph finds Grant. Back to Joseph. Now, Bay. Just 5 on the clock. Taken away. That one good for 2.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Levine against Joseph. Pass to Cunningham. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Bay. Got a piece of it. To the middle, unhindered, going all the way.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Now, here's Joseph. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Driving the lane, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
So for the Pistons, Olynyk comes in for Saddiq Bey. And Diallo subbed in for Corey Joseph. Pistons trail by 13. Diallo the pass to Cunningham. A floater. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Here's the break.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
He takes it in. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. Gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. That's tipped.
A fearless big man. Olynyk isn't afraid to challenge opponents on their shots.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Pistons now. Now, here's Cunningham, guarded by Levine. 6 on the shot clock. To the right side. Fires the 3. Vucevic with the rebound.
And a bump this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Oh!
Yes.
Goodness.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Grant. That's good. Grant's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
There's the three. Oh, my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
Coaches always talk about closing quarters strong. Can't do it much better than that.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Up by 16. Live from Little... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Josh Jackson out there with Lyles. Then it's Cunningham. Then it's Olynyk. And it's Diallo in at the 2 spot. And he tried... Oh, the power on that through down!
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Cunningham with it. Outside Jackson. Ball's knocked loose.
He's really taken a hold of this first half and made it his. He is making all the right decisions out there.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now, here's Cunningham. Defense is right there. Down low. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Saddiq Bey was the 19th pick in 2020 out of Villanova, and he made an immediate impact for the Pistons. Dwayne Casey said he's a coach's dream, adding he's made himself into one of the top three-point shooters of his class, a defender, and he's just scratching the surface. Guy's not bad for a rebuilding team.
David, you're right. They got a good one. Thanks. There's an element to Nikola Vucevic.
Nikola Vucevic.
And when you're a high-usage player like Vucevic, you have to keep your head up and be willing to make the next pass.
Finishes in style with a double clutch jam.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it all.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. You know, Steve, this league is filled with potent offenses, but which team would you say is the most dangerous offensively?
Oh, Kevin, I have to go with the team that has Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. 3 all-time great scorers on the same team. Now that's dangerous.
Hayes checked in for Detroit. Joseph comes in for Cunningham.
Corey Joseph.
Here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes it to Bey, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Fires the three, sinks the triple. He's got 39.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. here in the second quarter. Just under 3.5 minutes played. And he banks in the layup.
They have laid on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Now the Pistons with it. Poked away. It's stolen by DeRozan. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Veteran move by DeRozan. Anticipates, causes the turnover, then sends him off to the races.
Pass to Olynyk. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Trey Lyons.
Jeremy Grant.
Here's Grant. Olynyk trying to break loose. Grant, that's good.
The defense late to react. A beautiful play we just saw.
And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. That's tipped. Bey passes to Joseph. Back to Bey. Outside Jackson. Grant dishes to Jackson. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Vucevic. And they're on the break. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make. They are executing.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
He's covered by Grant. Bangs home the trifecta.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Poke loose. And here we go. Jumps up. Yet another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Stewart's checked in for Detroit. Pocket 6. Grant, that's good.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
From the arc, buries the long-range jumper.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half of the game. Joseph, the pass to Grant. Stewart with it. Here's Joseph, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And through the first half. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Checking out the visiting team. Kenny, how'd you see it?
Credit these guys for coming in with the right game plan and then patiently executing it. Most of their shots have come in the flow of the offense. Rarely did they take a bad shot. Good, clean.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Substitution for the away team.
So it's the visitors now. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. He's covered by Grant. Clock at 4. And there's the drive.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
By himself, and that one is hammered home.
Quick feet, quick hands. White makes a play on the ball and starts the fast break.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin.
Nabbing another steal.
He's making history, tied for third most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. And another turnover here by Detroit.
To the away team.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Driving in, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
And Stewart gets it to go.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Williams trying to break free. Good.
And what a fantastic start here to the second half. They have yet to miss.
They get a hand on it. And they're pushing it up. And here we go. And he dunks it down.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Here we go, all alone. He got it again. Sensational. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The deep.
He swipes the ball away again. Good, that's another bucket.
He is simply unconscious here tonight. Nobody can stop him right now.
GA, the points keep coming, and he's climbing up that scoring ladder. Third on the list, well in sight.
And his scoring tonight has dropped him into the conversation with some of the all-time greats. I'm talking about names like Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant. Simply amazing what we've seen here.
Cunningham kicks to Grant. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but possible, like you said. And another steal for him.
He's stolen his way into...
Again, what an avalanche!
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now third all-time for points in a game. One for the ages.
He surpassed Wilt Chamberlain's less famous scoring mark from 1961. And Kobe Bryant now in his sights. Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Kelly Olynyk checked in for Stewart. Lyle comes in for Saddiq Bey. And Diallo subbed in for Cunningham. Hits it again. Wow.
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands, Greg, alone for second place for points. What an unbelievable night.
To think that he has eclipsed Kobe's mark of 81 and now has his sights set on 100, this is a game you'll be talking about for decades.
And another one falls. Amazing.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Joseph, the pass to Lyles. Now Olynyk. Vucevic defending. Shot clock at 6. Back to Lyles. They need this one. And he lays it up and in. Lyles got his first points in this one. Oh, wow, guys. Doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
It's an unfortunate part of the game. Our thoughts and prayers are with him.
Drills the three-pointer. He has 5.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Lyles. Vucevic with the block.
Well-timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
No coverage that time.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Olynyk kicks to Grant. Deflected by DeRozan.
With that leaping ability of DeRozan, he can go get it.
They're running. He's covered by Joseph. Shoots the 3, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head.